The problem with most men is that their visions or their goal with most women, the farthest they can take such women, is the bedroom. I know of a man of God who had received a lot of help from outside countries to help and create a center to help vulnerable children in the slums. However, anytime the mothers or sisters came for support, these evil men would request the women to make love to him in exchange for food or fees. How sad! This is the wrong way to have influence on women. There's a better, profitable way. Do you want women to open their legs for a momentary pleasure, or do you want them to open gates of eternity for other men? Let's see how Jesus dealt with the Samaritan woman in John chapter 4. In the story of Jesus and the Samaritan woman, we find that Jesus began a chat with her. Let's talk about men chatting with women privately. How do you chat? The problem is that when most men chat with women alone, the chat suddenly or after some time veers off to asking for nudes or talking bedroom stories. These men like women most when such women are nude or naked. These men prey on weak-willed women and keep messing with their self-esteem, purpose, or dignity. Jesus came to set captives free. His chat with the Samaritan woman led not only to her freedom, but the freedom of her city. What's the end result of your chat with women or girls? What do you tell women to give to you? When you have a weak woman at your disposal and you have all her attention and you know she is admiring you and you know there's something you have to give her, what do you ask her to give you in return? We all know Jesus asked for water as his pickup line. Even so, he ended up giving the very thing that he was asking to her. The woman swallowed the bait and she was ready to do anything to access the water Jesus was offering. So let's ask, if a woman is ready to get something from you, what conditions do you place before her? You know that this woman is desperate and can do anything to access your offers. May love for women God brings into our lives overcome the lust that begs to take all such women to bed when the opportunity strikes. May we realize that these women are our keys to open doors and gates to the destiny of millions, destiny of cities and nations. We find that Jesus never took anything from the woman, yet he got more than he bargained for. Jesus never asked her to open her legs because he knew she could open the gates of Samaria to the gospel. Jesus did not ask for sex as most men would do when they have a weak-willed woman at their disposal. The more you know that a woman has been immoral, the more you know that she is ready to open her legs once again. This woman was already loose. She had no breaks or boundaries with men. She had opened her legs to so many men that she was losing count. She was not necessarily the weak one. We cannot blame her entirely. Even the men who took advantage of her were all weak men. Strong men do not take anything from women. Instead, strong men give to women. Jesus gave this woman back her dignity. He never scolded her for immoral living. She could go back to the city with her head held high and speak in public with the people of Samaria. Number 2, Jesus gave her back her voice. She who before was shy and walked alone now could talk about the men in her life and her cohabitation dealings. Yes, now she was ready to open about all she had ever done because she had met a man who had opened a can of worms with dignity. Number 3, Jesus gave her back her faith which she had lost through a messed up life. She trusted and preached the Messiah. Number 4, Jesus gave her back her influence. She who walked alone now could command crowds to come out of the city, follow her, and travel to see and listen to Jesus. Indeed, that's great influence. Jesus gave her a different legacy, and that's number 5. She now is famed for opening the doors of the gospel to Samaria instead of just that loose woman who had been married and divorced 6 times. This woman opened up the gates of Samaria to the Lord of glory and his gospel. Most men lead on women only to open their legs into sin and immorality. The farthest most bad man can take a woman is only into the bedroom. Jesus is not like that. Jesus gives women authority to open doors and gates to the most precious commission on earth, and that is the gospel. May the women who come into our lives open doors and gates to the gospel because we treated them right. And let it be written as our legacy, and let it go into our account that is the kind of influence, positive influence that we had upon all the women we ever had an opportunity to chat with privately. God bless you, and stop asking for nudes. Amen.